recently picked up this book by Kelly Ressler on interiors, and it has been inspiring me. I love her use of color, texture, and I'm looking to incorporate something like that in some level here at our home. Today I kind of want to show you a little bit around our home and just go over a few things that I love, some things that I'm looking to perhaps change in the future. So yeah, come along. For our dining room, I kind of want to do something with this wall on the right hand side. This room gets so much light all throughout the day. Even in the afternoon when the sun is on the opposite side, it reflects off the wall from our neighbors and it just gets a lot of sunlight. So I was thinking maybe perhaps a dark wall would look kind of nice, some type of art. I'm thinking perhaps a tapestry will be kind of fun. If not art, then the other thing I'm thinking about is wainscoting this wall and painting it a dark color. Then I will add 2 brass sconces on the wall. I saw this dining room chair in one of my interior books and I fell in love with it. It's called the Hippo chair, and this is kind of the vibe I'm looking for our dining room. We finally hung this wall fixture after having it for 3 years uninstalled. It required to be hardwired, but I recently found out all about rechargeable light bulbs. The next thing will be replacing the floor lamp. I would like something softer like a paper lantern or some kind of linen style lamp. A big rug is also on the list once our floors are finally fixed. Unfortunately, the previous owners installed the flooring without the moisture barrier, so it's something that we need to get fixed soon. This art piece is something I saw someone do and it just inspired me, and it was a lot of fun to recreate. I'm thinking on changing these curtains in the future with something more like rolling shades. It's a bay window, so you really want to use all that space that's between the French doors and the living room when it's nighttime and the curtains are closed. And I think rolling shades here will just open this space so much. I still would like to have the curtains hanging on the side, but it would just be one panel, something that doesn't close, and it's just more for aesthetic. Some mornings I like to sit on this chair. It was a present from my husband Chris. It's the Easy Lounge chair by Pierre Jeanneret. And no, it's not an original, but it is made of real teak wood and it's very comfortable. If you haven't bought baked clay before, let me tell you, you should. It's so much fun. I made this piece. It just came to me. I really wanted to play with like my hands and just like create all these like cool shapes on it. So yeah, it's a decorative bowl. I still have to paint it. It's still on the normal baked clay color, but it gets dirty easy, so you need to paint it. The stool here is inspired by Charlotte Perriand. Lately, I just been into those warmer, darker, richer woods for the house. So eventually, I will replace the IKEA stools that I have since they lean a little bit more whitewashed. And I would love to have more of this walnut and different kinds of tones, like oak, for example. I love a good pedestal. While reading the book Live Beautiful by Athena Calderon, she mentions having different heights on a living space adds playfulness and curiosity, causing the eye to wander or bounce around the room, discovering new things. I've also been trying to find more unique pieces for my space by thrifting. Adding finds like this again adds so much personality to a space. I found this one while thrifting in Tennessee. I've been trying to incorporate more color, like this green pillow and olive. I also would like to add, perhaps instead of the olive, have like some blue pillow in contrast with the dark green that I have here on the left. And I'm referring to a light blue. I've been loving the blue and green combination lately. I don't know how it started, but I think it just looks so good together. Here you can see the blue of my nail polish against that green. I don't know, I think a blue pillow will look so nice here. On to more thrift finds. This one I also found while thrifting in Tennessee. I love the mix of copper and brass here. Floating shelves were the first thing that I did for this house. I sanded them myself and I had a contractor install them. The decoration here is always changing. I love redecorating the shelves over and over again. And here is another thrift find. I was again on the hunt for blue accents and this just was right there while I was thrifting, so I had to bring it home with me. I just love the tone so much. I love the color of this wooden vase I thrifted, and I think this is what started me on the path of liking the darker tones way more now than I did previously. In my office, I have this Sinufo stool that I found on Etsy. Eventually, I would like to get something like this as a coffee table for the living room in that dark wood tone. And here's the chair that you guys have seen so much on my previous videos. It's a dupe of the Togo chair. I found it on Wayfair and so far I can tell you it's been great. It's so comfortable, it's very well made, and I totally recommend it. I work from home, so of course I have to have a desk for my job and a monitor, which is not ideal for cables and so forth, but you know, it is what it is now. Eventually I would like to upgrade this desk for something more, I don't know how to describe it, but I know exactly what I have in my mind of what I would like here. This is just an IKEA desk that I got because I was like, I need a desk. Let me find something with a reasonable price point. And keeping up with my thrift finds, we found this at a local antique market. And I added this small wrap on his neck that came with my Ralph Lauren PJ set. And it just made it fun and added so much personality. Now David looks like my stylist that judges my outfits or my books. After I had seen a chest bust in Athena Calderon's home, I knew I was on the hunt for one. I was looking for more of a stone color, not white, but kind of grayish, but this one was just as good. And art is something that I've been wanting to dive more into, like oil paintings, thrifted art. I found this while thrifting as well. When I saw the girl with the pearl earring, I knew it was gonna be perfect for this wall on my office. This bookshelf has been the most recent addition to my office. They definitely have that Charlotte Perriand vibe to them. I love redecorating the shelves over and over again, just like the ones in my living room. There's, my thrift pieces in here, books that I like to read about interiors, plant care, maybe like a cookbook, and there's one on fashion. So I love decorating the shelves, and it's right next to the Togo chair in my office. So I just like to sit here in the afternoons when the sunlight is just pouring and warming up this space so much. It just makes it magical. I used to clean my plants every week, but now I do it once every month. This way it keeps any pests away from the plant, and also removing that dust layer that forms on your leaves helps them get more sunlight. I have about 9 plants in my home, and it just takes so much time to clean each leaf, so I don't think I'll be getting any more plants, but I do like the ones that I have here at the house. If I had to choose a plant that I really love, is the rubber tree. In my opinion, rubber trees are the easiest plant to take care of. Also, I read somewhere that they remove mold spores from the air, and living in South Florida with such high humidity levels that we get, plus the floor problem that we are currently having, creating moisture underneath our floorings. I'm just so thankful for these plants, and I have about 3 of them, this one being the biggest. This is my second monstera. My first plant was a monstera, but it was outside, and when we moved to this house and we brought it indoors, it just didn't do well with the air conditioner that we had. So that one eventually got pests and it died. I believe it was spider mites, and they just kept eating the leaves and turning them yellow. This one I've had now for 2 years, and it just loves this spot. I finished cleaning all my plants, and these are just some trimmings. Well, I did say I've been loving green and blue a lot lately. These sweatpants are so comfortable. They are from Nike, and I love the dark green color and the side slits. I paired it with my shirt from 30th Avenue and my Reeboks. I'm keeping things simple with my jewelry today. The jewelry that I'm wearing today is all from Missouri. This is one of my grandma's watches. It's a Timex. I love the mix of gold and silver here and that rich brown leather strap. Again, the rings, the necklace, and the earrings are all from Missouri. Now some sunglasses to finish the look, my tote bag, and I'm ready to go thrifting. I love the vintage 70s vibe that these sunglasses give. Although vintage is not one of my style words, sometimes I do like to venture into some retro items. I love that light tint, and yeah, this is the whole look for today.